Customer service is actually quite a large part of security on board a vessel. It is important to be friendly and build relationships with your passengers so that you might be able to bring down a hostile situation before things become too confrontational. Get to know your passengers as they are boarding. Introduce yourself, learn their names, be friendly and open. If there is a situation later on with a rowdy passenger, it becomes much easier to diffuse things if you already have a good rapport with them. Everyone on board a vessel has a part to play in its security, regardless of their assigned role. It is your responsibility to keep your eyes open, to monitor the environment, and to report any suspicious behavior to the captain. Try to observe and remember details about the individuals you interact with. Being able to describe their clothing is good. However, since most clothing can be easily changed or discarded, it is a better idea to pay more attention to items they can't or won't discard, such as glasses, jewelry, scars, and tattoos. Only provide information on details you are 100% sure about. If you're not sure, say so. The last thing you want is to send security searching for the wrong person. Another important thing to pay attention to is behavior profiling. If the passengers on your vessel typically come in groups of friends, then an individual boarding by themselves should strike you as suspicious. That in itself is not enough, however, to prevent them from boarding, but it is not a bad idea to keep an eye on them and see if you notice them doing anything else suspicious. Pay attention to any individuals who seems to be overly interested in observing security or other parts of the vessel that no other passengers are interested in, or anyone boarding with suspicious backpacks. Whenever you find yourself interacting with a passenger on the vessel, you never want to stand facing them squarely, one-on-one. This position gives you very little balance if a situation were to become confrontational. Instead, you will want to adopt the pyramid or bladed stance. Take a step back so that your dominant side is angled away and your weaker side is angled toward the individual. This slight adjustment will ground you and help you keep your footing if anyone tries to push you. Keep your feet shoulder width apart, bend your knees slightly, and keep your hands out of your pockets and above your waist. This position will keep your hands free to deflect and also keep any weapons a security officer might be carrying turned away from the individual. Another benefit to the bladed position is that it does not come across as immediately threatening or confrontational, so you can get into the habit of adopting it even if the situation does not seem like it will escalate or become violent. In addition to your posture, it is also important to assess any environmental risks in the room. If you see a pillar or stair railings, you will want to put your back up against them so that you have a good base behind you in case anyone tries to shove you. Whenever any kind of emergency situation happens on board a vessel, the captain must always be informed first and foremost before any other action is taken. However, in a high-stress situation, it is quite possible that some information or facts may become misconstrued, especially if they go through a few people before reaching the captain's ears. The best way to make sure the right information is being passed on is to focus on the 5 W's: who, what, where, when, and why. Focus on the most important facts and omit any superfluous information. Every employee on board a vessel has a responsibility to help maintain the security and safety of everyone else on board. Always be aware, always be alert, and always inform the captain if you see anything suspicious.